Welcome, beautiful people. Welcome to Big Red Leads. I'm Big Red, getting you and your business back to the black. What we're talking about today, though, what are we talking about today? We are talking about the comforts that kill our dreams, the comfort that persuades us not to move forward, the comfort food that keeps us from achieving actual, you know, gains and muscle gains and weight loss and things of that nature. The discomfort that we find in places where, a lot of times we're so blinded by what we think we need at the moment that we're not looking at what is there for us. Um, Please understand this. Like, I'm not saying this, and we're not here to poke at people or anything like that. This whole channel is based on we want to be our best and most genuine, authentic self. That's what that we're trying to reach divine status. So understand where you are when you're watching this. Like, share, definitely subscribe to the channel. If any of this information is helping at all, or maybe just join the conversation, you can easily leave a comment down below. Trust me, me or one of my team will get with you and we'll reach back out. Now, with that being said, if you have any questions, hit me at bigredlead at gmail, bigredlead at gmail, bigredleads at gmail. So, now, with that being said, how many difficult conversations have you had with, let's say, I don't know, a loved one, a spouse, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, hubby, wife? How many difficult conversations have you had with relatives? Like, what is your relationship with your diet and exercise and the food that you eat? Like, are you constantly seeking comfort in your life? Now, we've talked about this before, we've touched base on this before, but understand that no matter where you go, what you touch on, there is no room for growth in comfort zones. We've discussed this so many times. We've touched base on this. If you're in sales and you haven't been going over your sales scripts or working on rebuttals and things of that nature, you already know what you're going to say. And more than likely, you know what the quote unquote prospect's going to say. There should be no discomfort for you as a sales professional. You have salesmen, saleswomen, but then you have a sales professional. Are you a sales professional? You should know what this person is going to say when they say that, I need to talk to my spouse about this before I make a decision. You should know what your rebuttal is. Understand, those moments when you're a new salesperson can be very difficult and very much so put you in a place where you feel not so comfortable in having that conversation, or better yet, asking the tough questions that need to be asked to see if this is the right fit for you and the potential client. So what happens when we start talking about those difficult conversations having with, let's say, a loved one, a girlfriend or boyfriend, or that significant other in your life? Like, something that this person is adamant about and is totally in a space where they disagree with everything that you just said, even though the information has been laid out to them. That can be an uncomfortable feeling. And we just sit in it, not realizing that you probably heard this old expression, the devil is in the comfort that you seek. So, if you're not looking to grow, you're not looking to expand your own horizons, much less grow in the space where you might not know as much and you might not have the knowledge or the base or the foundation to move forward, understand it's going to be uncomfortable. It's simply going to be uncomfortable. So what do we do about that? How do we get over that? Understand that study, regimented, discipline, if you discipline yourself, joy will come. With the joy comes more discipline, because you're going to enjoy that feeling of pushing yourself and putting yourself in situations where, my comfort zone is not going to be the reason that's holding me back from pursuing this goal or this destination that I have set for myself. A lot of times we get caught up in the nonsense of worrying about what other people think and not realizing that we should be listening to our body and our soul and our mind. When your brain is telling you, this is one of the first videos we put out because it was a conversation I had with a bunch of students. And understand, your brain is going to do everything it can to protect you. And a lot of times what that's going to do, it's going to take you back to the place that you feel most comfortable. There's no winning in that space. There's no ascension in that space. You're not going to get over the fact that you feel comfortable just sitting around on your quote unquote day off in sweatpants eating a half a gallon of ice cream. Knowing damn well you probably need to go to the gym. You need to work out. You need to burn off that excess calories that you've just engorged yourself with, and not realizing that it feels good at the time. I don't know about you, but there's been moments in my life where I was eating something I had no business eating, and I felt disgusting after the fact. Have you ever had that feeling? Have you ever had that moment? It's just like, and mind you, I was a prime athlete. So my body is naturally burning calories even when I'm sleeping. And please understand, like, you've been there before. Every one of us has been there before. When they say there's no wins in a comfort zone, there's no wins in a comfort zone. Yes, in the moment, you might get that little hit of dopamine. You might get a moment of a high. It's like, oh, this is great. I'm enjoying every bit of this. But soon after, the regret of not disciplining yourself in that moment will come back and bite you. What do we do about that? How do we overcome that thought? Knowing that our brain is working against us when it's supposed to be us. Like, I'm having a disagreement with my sister, or I'm having a disagreement with a sibling, and it's just not going the way that I would like it to, even though the conversation needs to be had. What do we do in that space? What do we do in that space? Do you just allow that wave of soft pillows and comfortable nights just to kind of overwhelm you, and then you just kind of get lulled to sleep, not focusing on your dreams and your goals and the things that you've been working on your entire, and then, especially if you put any time in on a real goal, a real situation for yourself, something that could build your business up, something that could help your career, something that could help even the possibility of advancement in your job. Are you doing more than what is quote unquote required of you to get ahead? Not just to break even, but to actually get ahead. Most of us are not doing that. That's just the reality of the situation. That's why they say nothing grows in a comfort zone. A seed has to fight its way. A flower, and when it's budding, you put that seed in the ground. It has to fight its way out of the shell to reach towards the sun. In that moment, there's a struggle. If you've ever watched any videos, any animal videos, and you see like little animals that have to fight out of a shell, it's not just a quick one punch to the shell and I'm out. I'm alive. Here I go. The sea turtles that have to crawl, the babies that have to actually crawl and work their way. How is it that they know? Because it's an instinctual thing that I have to fight to get out of here. I have to fight to live. We are one of the few animals on the planet that will seek pleasure before discipline. That will seek a comfort zone before disciplining ourselves, not realizing that how much more joy and happiness is on the other side of just disciplining myself for 5 minutes. I'm going to sit down and watch this TV show, but you know what? I might as well, while I'm sitting here, I might as well go ahead and eat a meal that's totally unhealthy for me. I'm just saying. It's a question. It's a question. Is that what we're doing? Now, am I perfect? Hell no. Hell no. I've been guilty of this more than anybody. I haven't played football in years. Decades. And I'll tell you this much. Even as a prime athlete, I have moments when I give up on my own disciplines for a comfort zone. It happens. The devil is resting in your comfort. Are you growing to your fullest potential by being comfortable? You already know the answer to this. So why allow yourself? We're not talking about you taking a moment and relaxing. We're talking about you putting in the discipline to get what you want. Because if you put in any inkling or just a small amount of discipline in your life, you'll get what you need. You'll get what you need. But this isn't all you want. You want the accolades and the success that comes with your hard work and dedication. Are you dedicated to disciplining yourself? Are you dedicated to staying out of a comfort zone? Do you change up your workout routines every several weeks so that you don't plateau and you're not doing the same thing over and over and over again? There's a discipline in that. Shout out to all the trainers out there. Are they changing up your regimen? It's one thing to, I take boxing. I do a little bit of boxing. I go heavy on the weights. I do some cardio. And then I do some HIIT training. And I change this up every several months. I mean, I wear bigger clothes just because. But there's a lot of sexiness under this. You know what I mean? What I'm simply getting at for you is, what do you do when things are feeling a little too comfortable? Are you the type of person who thinks about or contemplates doing something out of the norm? Or are you somebody who just does something out of the norm that is totally unorthodox and goes against everything that you've been taught to believe? Putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation to get extraordinary results. That's the question. Are you willing to do that? And better yet, do you execute on that willingness? I'm going to bust my butt to get what I want. But not only that, I'm going to apply the discipline needed to stay out of this comfort zone that has brought so many down who've come into the same field or doing the same things for themselves. Nothing good comes out of being comfortable unless you're on a vacation. Let's be honest. And there's a difference between comfort and relaxing. There's a difference between rest. Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, share, definitely subscribe to the channel. I know this message will help somebody today. I know it. Love you all. Have a great day. The devil is in the comfort that you seek. It might be the food that you're eating whenever you have an argument with a loved one. Or you have a disagreement with somebody that you just... Love you all. Have a great one. Peace.